I'm going to show you today how I use my preschool daycare templates to create really nice images for your classroom or your preschool program. So I'm going to start with this picture right here, a very average typical picture. Now, I live in California, so this is a typical winter scene for us. There is no snow, it's not really cold, so for January we like to do something, big coat and gloves and all that jazz for the scrapbook. So what I'll choose, I'll go to my winter theme, and I'm going to choose the snowflake vertical frame that I have already opened here. This is what our template looks like. The squares in the background mean that it's on a transparent layer. I'm working in Photoshop. You can work in Elements, 5.0, 7 on up. It really doesn't matter. What matters the most is that these are in layers. And you can see this layer here is the top layer, which is all the design that you see. We're going to be putting our photo below that. So it's very simple. Make sure you go to the Move tool, which is located right here, or type V as in Victor on your keyboard. Click the picture and drag and drop it right onto there. Now, it put the picture on top of that layer. We just grab it and drag it down. And there we go. Now what we need to do is scale the photo. How you do that is you hit Transform. You can do it on your keyboard, but if you're new and don't know how, you go up to the Edit, Transform, and then Scale. Hold down your Shift key while you drag the top corner in or out. If you don't, then the photo gets very distorted. Okay, I'm going to step backwards. So hold down the Shift key, pull the corner down until you have the desired height, and I'm going to pull the bottom a little bit. We'll just do it this way. Hit Enter. Again, type the V or go to the Move tool up in your palette up here. As soon as my transforming is done, okay, and move it around. Now, she's a little tilted, and I did this on purpose. Again, go to the Transform tool. Same thing, the scale. You're going to, instead of grabbing this corner and going in and out, you're just going to grab the corner and you're going to rotate it around. Whoop. There we go. Let's try it from the bottom. See how the arrows kind of makes a curve there. Till she's straight. Okay. And then bring her up a little bit. Curve her a little bit more till it looks good. I would like for these two lines to match, the one in the photo and the one in the frame. That looks pretty good. Now if you feel that the photo is a little bit dark, you can make adjustments with light, contrast, things like that, but that's for another lesson, not for today. And we are done. Not that you would do this, but I do have isolated props that come on the disc as well. Hats, things like that. So I'm just going to show you how easy those are to use. Not that you'd put a chef hat on this girl, like I said, just for the sake of seeing it used. Again, the hat is on its own layer. The red is just a contrast so you can see the white hat. Make sure that that hat layer is highlighted. V or go to the Move tool up in your palette. Click, hold, and drag right onto it. Again, use your Transform tool to scale. Rotate if you need to. Put it on her head. Shrink it to size. That sort of thing. It's that easy. All you need to make sure is that the hat is above the layer than the picture that's behind it. So if the hat was here, it would disappear. So if that ever happens, just move your layer up. Okay, if we take that off, you can see the hat. And to make it look more realistic, go to your layer style, drop shadow, and up pops this doohickey here that you play with. Increase the size, make the spread a little bit more. Color pick the color you want the shadow to be, whatever you'd like. Gives it a little more realistic look. So that's how you use the isolated props. It's very easy, but I wanted to show you that. Next thing we need to talk about is you need to send these to be printed. Well, right now they're in TIFF format, which means the layers are kept as layers, which is a very large file size. You want to keep that. You may not, but you should. But you have to save it separately in JPG format so that Walmart or Target or whoever you have print your photos for you can read them. All you need to do is go up to the Save As function and just make sure that when you do Save As, that you save down here as a JPG. It can be the same file name, no big deal. Save it to the location where you know you can send it off for printing, and you're done. One more thing I'd like to show you is how to use the magazine template for like a star student or anything like that. You can change the text. It's like a magazine cover. Again, the background is transparent and there's text all over this. Now your text fonts on your computer may be a little bit different, and I'll show you what to do with that. But first, we remember go to the Move tool, the V, drag your photo over, and see it is behind. Go ahead and drag it, transform it, whatever you need to do to make it fit where you want it to fit. Okay. Enter. Okay. Now, if I want to change this, what a kid, I go to that layer, double click on the T. Now it highlights it. I go ahead and choose whatever font that I wanted to use and whatever color. If I wanted to change the color to red, I'll say she is a star. It's that simple. Move tool again if the placement isn't right. If you want to turn it sideways, the transform tool again. Transform it. Step backwards if you don't like it. Everything on this page is movable. If you don't like the barcode, take it off. Click and unclick, turns it off and on. Again, double click the text and you can change whatever you want. And the picture is completely movable no matter what if you don't like it. So that's how the magazine template works. Again, same principle. You save it as a JPEG for printing. Now, one big thing, if you're going to print this 4:6, you're going to have to change it, or if you want 5:7, they're just different aspect ratios. So right now it's set for 8:10 because that's what most teachers do with these kind of things for the scrapbooks. So I hope this has helped you very much. And if you don't have my templates already and you just happen to come across this video, you can get all of my products at creativephotographybackgrounds.com, and you can look at my personal website for ideas and inspiration, which is adorableshots.com. Again, my name's Katrina Brown, and thank you for watching my video. Bye-bye.